All right, good evening, everyone, and I hope everybody is good. Happy Valentine to everybody that went out to enjoy their life, and to those that did not went out to enjoy their life. Happy Valentine to you. And this is just for me to tell you that your purpose in this class is to make money after the class and make money only. And for that reason, I'm going to advise that whatsoever you are doing, or whatsoever reason you join this class, I would advise that you please take it serious. It's very, very important. This is not like the third class you are going to be listening to or watching. And the reason why you join this class is because you want to become financially stable and not become financially dependent on people or family or anybody, but you just want to be financially stable. And that is why you are bought into this course. And by now, you should have a wide scope of what automation and AI can actually do. And you've been seeing screenshots online. There are a lot of screenshots online. Some are real, some are fake. Though I'm going to be showing my own at the end of this class. So you are going to see what's going on, what I've earned so far. But you need to understand that you don't need a push. You don't need anybody to motivate you to start creating content for your channel. And the reason why I'm doing this or saying this is because I well, let's change that story. So what I will advise is whatever reason why you are here, it is very, very important that you stay close till the end and make good out of it. Don't just ignore and just get tired on the long like as you are going on. So enough of the advice. Let's come to YouTube automation. And this evening, I'm going to be showing us a lot of things, a lot of things. So let's start from how do you create scripts for your content? Let's say, for example, you want to create a script for a particular content that you see online. Any type of content this time around, that is where I'm going to start from. Any type of content. Let's say you want to create content for, or before we start that, so let me just, I'm not going to spend enough longer time here. It's just one slide, and I will just explain storytelling, scripting, storytelling, and AI content creation. So when we see, when you see a particular content going viral, it doesn't just go viral because it is trending. No, if you see something or if you see a video going viral, it goes viral because there is a proper planning to that particular video. Video online doesn't just go viral. They don't just go viral. They go viral with a mindset, with efforts being put into it. The same way as we see some movie or content or some content that just go viral all of a sudden. The content doesn't just go viral all of a sudden if there is no proper planning, if it is not well scripted, if it is not well arranged, if it is not properly aligned to human emotion. And what I have here is I said viral script structure. So for every content that you've seen online that caught your attention, 5 to 15 seconds hook was what actually caught your attention. You don't just watch a content and say, oh, I love this content because of the person that created the content. Yes, you are not following someone online because of that person's personality. You are following the person because he's creating something that appeals to you. And sometimes it may be five, 5 to 15 seconds hook. Just like I was watching the other time, this guy, what is his name? So I need to do this because I want you to understand how to script very well so that you'll not just be following one particular prompt pattern. You get definitely I'm going to give you prompts, but I don't want to limit you to prompts. I want you to think openly, think openly, explore. This is how you get the best. And in that way, if everybody is following a particular prompt, if everybody is following a particular pattern, yours is definitely going to be different because you are doing something different. So that is why I want to establish. I may take 30 minutes or 20 minutes here to establish what I'm trying to establish here, but I just want you to understand it. So back to what I was saying. There's this guy. Um, I think his kit is trending currently. His kit is trending currently. The skit is currently trending, and that was where what's the name of this guy? I've forgotten his name, but his skit is trending currently. And what he does in that particular skit was the first 15 seconds of that video, the way he moved, to a particular sound, and somebody behind him is a gate man. I think it's Destiny. Yeah, Destiny. The way he moved and his other, what is it called? Yes, Destiny. And his other gate man, the way they move, just like an intro into the what is it called? Into the into the into the content. That alone creates curiosity for you to be ready to watch something that is about to blow your mind. I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say here. So skit itself is also scripted. Skit itself is also scripted. Same also as movie. Same also as. So if you start creating content, don't just create content from a perspective of just prompting alone. No, it's going to limit you. You need to know that it is definitely going to limit you. And whatever you are creating, it is not also going to give you the good and the best out of it so that people can actually watch your content from the beginning to the end. So some viral content that you've seen online, YouTube, TikTok, any social media platform, hook in the first 5 to 15 seconds is what make you or what made you wait till the end. Then curiosity loop. Curiosity loop. What happened at the beginning of the video? What happened in between? You will understand that very soon. Emotional escalation. When you watch the video, the first thing that comes to your mind is this going to be funny? Am I going to like this particular skit? Oh, I've watched this video to like 30 seconds. Should I continue? Is it building anything like emotion in me? Am I feeling anything different from the regular? Then open ending or clear CTR. So when you see a content to the end, they're always going to be The opening or clear CTR. CTA is call to action. So when you watch a particular content to a certain level or to the end, the owner of that video will come up with click my bio, click a link in my bio for this and this and that. You understand? So this is where you can put in your adverts whenever you are scripting. Then open ending, how you open or how you start your content and then how you end it also matter. So this is why you see some content just going viral. They are planned. There are people that write scripts for content. There are people that also write scripts for movie. There are people that write, someone like me, I use scripts. Anytime you see me creating content, I write scripts for my content because I don't want to be speaking blab, like I don't want to be capping. So I just follow my script and deliver the message I want to deliver. You understand? So same also you. If you want to start creating your own content, always make sure you add this for, I think we've discussed about this enough in our previous classes. Then your script model should now follow these 4 types of scripting model. Number 1 is problem, agitate, and solve. So every movie you watched or every movie you have watched, they have 3 things. So in your own creativity now, you can now expand into what is it called now? This is more than 4. This is more than 3 rather. There are 5 different types of scripting model, but let's just keep to problem, agitate, and solve. So when you create a content, or when you are creating a content, or when you've any content you've watched in the past, they always create a problem at the beginning of the movie, either movie or skit. Take for example, using Destiny as an example. He walked towards somebody who is inside a car, right? As he walked towards towards that guy, the guy said, "Oh, I just come out, no, I just come back, no, I won't enter, no." So you understand what I'm trying to say? So, and he replied to him that, okay, for you to enter, no, you need a code, no. That is a problem. So, also, if you also look at some other content online, they don't just exist. People that write scripts, they don't just write scripts because they want to write the script. There must be a problem. There must be a problem that needs a solution. I don't want to use this. I don't want to use that example. There must be a problem for a solution to come. And this should be your major focus. Irrespective of any script you are talking about or writing about, you should try as much as possible to figure out what is the problem. And then this problem now should be aligned with what is trending. Then you give agitate. What is trending in tech currently is iPhone charger. That is a problem. You understand? What is trending currently in what is it called? I don't want to use that example. What is trending currently let's just say iPhone is charger. That if you lose your charger for the iPhone 18 Pro Max, it's still a rumor though, but it is a problem already. So how do we solve this problem? Think about it. So definitely when the information is confirmed that the charger is going to be big and they are changing charger and all whatnot, definitely there is, what is it called? Definitely there's definitely going to be a solution to it that you can be able to use your Type-C charger alternatively or convert some way, somehow to be able to charge. That is a tech problem. And if you are very, very good with 3D animation, you can create something that can, which is the problem now, So the agitate now will now be the the walkthrough from problem to solution. So if you know something about 3D animation, or sorry, if you know about 3D printing, then you can now start creating solutions like, oh, when a charger looks like this, for example, then you can easily print something like this. Even though if you are using your charger like this for the iPhone, you can also use this part to charge any other iPhone. That is a problem. That is a solution. So same also, this is how your content should also follow. And then this is basically for storytelling. This is basically for storytelling, movie recaps, self-improvement. No, not self-improvement. Biblical scene stories, historical documentary, life motivation and life lessons. You understand? This is how your content should follow. The problem, biblical story now, when God created heaven and earth, then what happened? There was a problem. And the problem was Satan coming into the game. So when Satan was tempting Eve, that is the agitate, a process into a solution. The story, the Bible, most of the Bible story is always from some is always from solution to problem. When God created everything, he said he made them perfect. Then when everything is perfect, what happened to the end part? There was a problem that God asked to issue a cause. So when you are creating Bible story content, any type of content, always try as much as possible to put these three things into your content. Then for motivation week, you can now start talking or looking at your scripting in the sense of hero journey for stories. Hero journey, like when, for example, when I was very, very addictive to smoke, I cannot go a day, not me, I'm just citing an example. I've smoked before, but I did not smoke again. And I was never addicted. So when I was very, very addicted to smoking, I I did this, I did that. I was facing this problem, I was facing this, I was doing this. So what actually helped me become conscious and stay away from those addictions is because I started hanging out around people. I went for swimming. Whenever I feel like smoking, I just go and take a bath. That is the hero journey. That is the process into solution. Same also for lyristic format and for fast, which is also for music. That is going to be the last thing I'm going to be talking about. So this is going to help build your retention. So whenever you are creating problem, create the problem in such a way that it is going to help you with a good retention. And the next thing is going to be, how do you writing styles for motivation, kid story, drama, and storytelling? So how do you write? It's very simple. The first thing you want to do is you want to configure your ChatGPT to write like you. That is the first thing you want to do. Because if you don't configure or change or prompt your ChatGPT to write like you, whenever you give scripts to ChatGPT, it is going to give you back not what you think, but it is only going to change the phrase, and it's not going to talk like you. It's going to talk more like the person you are trying to copy. So how do you change? The first thing you want to do is you come to my Instagram page. You see this particular how to sound human, even when you are using ChatGPT. That is the first thing you will copy. You come to this guy right here, and then you come and copy this prompt. This prompt that I posted here. This prompt that I posted here. Then you come to your ChatGPT. Then you come to this profile. You come to settings. You come to personalization, and then you paste this guy here. So you can now read through it to change some things in them. You can read through it to change some things in them, especially some of the things you feel like you want to change in them. You can read through them, and so once you are done with that, it will save automatically. So once that is done, that is the first step. The second step is going to be come to this video. Then I'm going to talk about it briefly in this class. Come to this particular video. Go and watch it it's on my YouTube channel. Come to this particular video. It explains how you can sound more of yourself, even after correcting your language on ChatGPT. You understand? Even after doing this, after doing this one, after you are done, after you have done that, also you can also watch this video. So what I talked in this video briefly is sit down, record yourself for like 1 hour. Start from your story, start from your background. Start from your background, talk about life lessons. Before you move to life lessons, talk about your background, how you became known, like how you know that there is fire, there is fire and there is water. There is a fire that can burn and there is water that can quench. There is good and bad. Talk about how you realize that this is life. Then move it. Just make sure you talk something that makes sense to either your camera or to your phone. Record it. This thing is on YouTube. If you watch this particular video, you understand what I'm trying to explain here. Watch it. What is it called? I say watch it. Talk about it. Once you are done talking about it, go carry that particular video to your CapCut or to anywhere you can extract the what is it called? Anywhere you can extract the scripts. So for me, I have a 1 hour video here of me teaching, and most of the content I post online is majorly teaching. So I have a 2 hours video here of me teaching. Okay, this is it. This particular video of me teaching. So that was what I used. So all you have to do is just come here, extract the script from that particular audio or video. So you can upload on YouTube and maybe another YouTube that is different from your personal automation YouTube. So you come here and then you copy this guy right here, copy this script of you talking to your camera like a madman, but be sensible. Talk something that people can easily understand. Don't post it. Like, you don't need to publish it anywhere. You can talk about some of your pains. You can even it can be it can be a therapy for you. Yeah, can also be a therapy for you. So the next thing you want to do is you come to your ChatGPT, you paste that particular script that you extracted from your video. You extract it and then you come to this up here. Then write this. Study this script. Oh, I was not supposed. I'll come in a minute. Okay. Then you write this particular prompt. Then you click on send. Then it's going to tell you, I have carefully studied this full script. I understand the speaker background, story, and positioning, the structure of the class and teaching flow. You know, I'm a teacher, so anything I want it to do for me, anything about anything I want to do about my anything I want to do, Sha, based on my own niche. Everything is all about teaching. Then you talk about the monetization, blah, blah, blah. Then every other thing. Then you can also, maybe you have videos online. Maybe you have videos online that is about 1 hour or 1 hour plus that talk about your own story. And the reason why I say you should do your own story is because when you do story, ChatGPT can easily access that particular story and relate it to anything you want it to generate for you. I'm still going to talk to that. Then you can also copy another script and also still paste everything here. Then you now ask that, what is the for this script? You see, conversational, motivational, authority, but informative, urgent, instructional, repetitive for emphasis. Oh, that's bad. Slightly chaotic, but passionate. So this is me in 7 sentences. This is me. I'm not even going to lie. This is me. Conversational. He speaks like he's talking directly to a student. The language feel lively, spontaneous, blah, blah, like, and blah, blah. You see, this is also motivational. When I started this class, what do I started with? Motivation. When I started also, I said I don't take nonsense, authoritative but informative. So in summary, this is me. So if you now want to use this particular guy here as so if you now want to use this particular guy here for teaching, you now tell ChatGPT to save this style in David K teaching style and always give me response when I asked for teaching styles. So you enter this particular prompt. You see that? So if yours is story, you also enter that. If your own is story, you enter that. If you are a motivational speaker, maybe the content you want to do is motivation. You can sit down, talk to your camera, like either your camera or your recorded or your recorder. Talk to it like as if you are motivating, like as a motivational speaker. If your own is let me follow some of the assignment I gave out. If your own is motivational life lessons, talk about it. If your own is historical, talk about story. You understand? Talk about story. If your own is biblical sayings and stories, talk about story. Talk about the story of your life. If your own is about self-improvement, talk about motivation. You understand? What motivated you to get to whatever you are, wherever you are currently? If your own is a movie recap, you don't need to do that. If your own is educational for parents, advise children, advise parents. You understand? If your own is true crime, also talk about story, because what you'll be doing in all of these things are story. So if your own is what is it called? This particular guy here should be your own should be motivation towards yourself, your personal development. You understand? So when you understand, when you type out all of these things, so you save them accordingly. So if your own is teaching, you save as when I ask for teaching style. So whenever you are now requesting for any prompt, you add David K. David K is my name. You can now put it in your own name. David K teaching style. David K storytelling style. David K. I've not done any storytelling sheet here. David K. You understand what I'm trying to say here? So it can be David K. storytelling style, David K. David K. motivational style. But before you actually add this thing to your prompts, you need to make sure you have allowed ChatGPT to access or read through your script. And in that way, you are good to go. So when I save this now, it's going to give me a prompt that I cannot save this memory because and okay, I've done something like that before. Yeah, I've done something like settings, personalization, memory manage, then delete the full memory, especially the one that no longer needed. Yeah. So you see, so if you now come to this personalization, then you come to memories. Where's the guy here? Yeah, manage memory. Then you see, this are my, everything you see here is how I talk. You understand? Everything you see here is how I teach, I tell story, I motivate, I preach. Though I'm not a preacher. You understand? So you need to, so and to do that, just make sure ChatGPT access through your script. So once you are done with that, you have trained your ChatGPT to talk more like you. So even though if you now copy anybody's script, anybody script is going to talk exactly how you talk. And let's try that out. So say for example, this is where we stopped last time that I said we are going to continue from. And if you could remember that we studied a crime, okay, this is the title. That we studied a crime case, a crime channel rather. So what I was trying to emphasize here is that using people's response to give them solution to whatever they want. So this was the, okay, I think this was it. So if you now want to do crime scene, there are two things you need to, is it two? Yeah, there are two things you need to understand. Number one is you can give your crime content in form of a news reporter. Let me mute these guys. So you can give your content as, you can report your content as a news reporter. You can rewrite your script as a storyteller, and you can also create your content as a reaction, like you reacting to that particular content. This is for storytelling, anything storytelling. Anything storytelling, you can apply these three things as reaction, as a reporter, as a crime reporter, or as a, what is the last one? Storytelling. What is the last one? Somebody should remind me. I've forgotten. All right, so let's move on. I hope you understand. If you don't understand, you will rewatch this video. So the next thing you want to do is, we have studied this comment section, and we saw that, oh, this is what the comment section is all about. Then the next thing you want to do is you scroll down and then you click on show script. You come here to copy this video script. So if you have installed vidIQ on your system, you will have access to this. You will have access to be able to copy your script here. So you copy the script, Then you come back to your ChatGPT. Then you tell ChatGPT that based on the comments above, give me, based on the comments above, here is the script. So before you paste that, you will now, okay, you can paste it. Then, so this is everything. Then you are going to, so if you now want to report this particular case as a news reporter, then you copy this prompt. Here's the full script. And this is a crime scene. I don't want a story pattern. I want you to write as a news narrator or reporter, trying to explain what happened. Rewrite in 3 sections. So your 3 sections, you can rewrite in 2 sections, 3 sections, or 4 sections. So the more sections you have, the more lengthy your content is going to be, like very, very long. Like, I mean, I'm referring to this very long minutes, like the minutes, how many minutes your video is going to be having, the minutes that you are going to be having in your video. So it's going to be in sections. So let's continue. Then 8,000 words. I want you to write the story in 4 sections. So this should be 3 sections. I'm sorry, 4 sections. Each section should be 2,000 words. So divide the table of contents, how you want to write each section. Make sure it maintains same suspense and interesting. Add more to the script below. Make it more interesting than the script below. Make it full of suspense. So if yours is storytelling, I'm still going to talk about that. But this is basically for if you are creating content or if you are writing your own script. This one now, I'm just freestyling. You don't have to follow a specific prompt. You understand? So you can now add in, so if you have now added a storytelling, if ChatGPT has accessed your storytelling and it has been saved, then you can now add, what is it called? Give me this in David K storytelling style. You see that? So automatically it's going to change everything about the script. You can now add your channel name, and my channel name is 22 crimes. Then you click on send. So based on the comment section and the script from the video itself is going to give you a very, very good masterpiece. So table of contents. So this is blah, blah, blah. Then if you read through all of these things, you are definitely going to see a whole lot of, you see, this is also section 2. You still writing section 2. So you see everything that I just said here now. This is crime. I am David. Tonight we'll walk through crime scene and evidence. Speaks louder than weakness. This is not legal. These are not documented investigation. They are silenced in and the silence in each case still echoes. Then you remove this, the raised woman in the valley. You can remove this. Then November, blah, blah, blah. Then you keep on reading. You see, it is now sounding more as this is sounding more as a news narrator. Do you understand? So if you now want to add all of this guy here, all of these things here, so you add that to your prompt. You add that to your prompt. And how do you add it to your prompt? So you come and edit this prompt. You come and edit this prompt. Then after saying this, then you now say, focus on problem, agitate, and solve. Just put that one. Putting that one alone is enough to make the whole script blow up and give you a very quality retention. So when you send that, it's also going to start generating content for you. See this? See everything? So you can now start telling it to write, okay, let me start from section 1. So you can now come to section 1, start with section 1. See? As a news reporter. So while you are, we are still here. Then you also do section 2. You also do section 2. You see, the more, what is it called? The more we divided this into sections, the longer we have a longer content to create. So this is how you can be able to, this is this scene, the crime scene tells part of the story. The missing piece tells the rest. This is blah, blah. Then section 2 follows. Then you click on section 2. So you are going to generate section 1, section 2, section 3. And if you read through all of this story, we are not going to have time to read through, but I'm just going to send the link to everybody to go and go through it. So if you read through this particular story, you'll see that there is something that caught attention here. There must be something that caught attention here. And then we also have section 2, section 3, and section 4. Section 3. Then we also have section 4. And if you read through all of the story, you will never see a repetitive content there. Because one, you have give your ChatGPT to master your tone and the way you talk. You have also tried to correct your ChatGPT. If you copy this particular by adding this customized instruction, if you just copy this particular script and copy it to ChatGPT, ChatGPT will just give you a short answer. You understand? And if it gives you short answer, you will not be able to create a longer content. So with the help of sections that we are doing now, that I just write the prompt now, then section 4 conclusion concludes the investigation. Then we click on section 4, which is the final. You see? So for each of the table for each sections, it gives us what is it called? It gives us table of contents. So you can now, in production now, you can now look for a way to combine each in this final section, we examine the crime scene where the suspect did not kill more than, where the suspect did more than kill. They staged the blah, 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 blah. So you can, with this particular thing I just showed you now, you can be able to create 4 contents from your video, for your channel rather. So you can do part 1, part 2, part 3. But instead of doing part 1, part 2, part 3, as your channel is never getting engagement now, I'll just advise you combine everything together and post. And when you don't feel like, when you don't have anything to post, you can now post part 1, part 2, part 3 of the same long form video you posted. Maybe when we get to posting and production, we understand all of these things better. So we've created section 1, section 2, and then section 3. This is how you create content or script for your content. And once you are done with this, the next thing you want to definitely do is going to be in production. So the next thing you want to do is you want to generate your image prompt, which is going to help you in your production. So once you are done with crime, I'm going to move to another niche so that we can create a very solid balance there. So this is section 3, and then this is section, all right. So this is going to be your prompt, your image prompt. This is generate 25 image prompts per section. Per each section, scene by scene, add the time for each scene. Broad daylight, midday, night settings. You understand? So once you get that, you come down to copy your section 1. You come here to section 1 so that you don't mix things up. If you say you should generate everything like this, you'll be confused. So not to mix things up, just come here, scroll down to the end of section 1. Yeah, which is this part here. Then you copy that, you give that space, then you paste and you send. So it's going to start generating image for section 1. You understand? It's going to start generating image for section 1. And this is going to be 25 images. Oh, no. This one only generates. Oh, no. This one only over generates for each image prompt. So let me delete this. Oh, no. For section 1, yeah. So I'm going to paste this and scroll all down to copy section 1. To copy section 1. All right. So the reason why it gave us that is because it the type of what is it called? The type of story I wanted to do. So if it is a straight story, it's not going to give us that. But it gave us that because the type of story I copied. So if it is, and I'm not sure this is a direct what is it called? This is not a direct what is it called now? This is not a direct story. But let's just continue. So you come back here and then you paste this. So for section 1, you need 25 images. So generate 25 image prompts for scene by scene, and time of each scenes. What's going on now? Please give me a minute. scene by scene, then you delete this guy right here, and then, all right, and also send. So it's going to start generating for us. So if you notice something here, you notice that it's saying Nigerian story, African model, blah, blah, blah. So the reason why I'm saying this is because I did not change the prompt. I did not change the prompting. So for you to change that prompt, what you want to do is, I'm going to give out this prompt also. This script I'm using, let me copy the prompt from here. Yeah. Because it's a paid class. So, sorry, I was supposed to use this. Let me just use this particular prompt for the image. Let me change this. Yeah. I think this is perfect. So I want you to generate image. I want you to generate image prompts for this text. At the beginning of each, at the beginning of each should be, at the beginning of each prompt, at the beginning of each prompt should be, at the beginning of each prompt, it should be, so you can now put in the country of your choice. The country of your choice, you can say USA or any country. Let us say USA. And the next one is now going to be, if you want it to look more luxurious, but if you are talking about crime story, it's never going to be luxurious. Just make sure it follow the script. USA, then 16K resolution. I'm going to show you, maybe when we start talking about production tomorrow, next week, I'll show you how to generate a 16K resolution image, realistic oily image, realistic image. Remove this oily, realistic image, 3D style pixel rendering. So this particular guy here, you can now use any of these elements, any of this type of style, any of this type of image style. So I just paste it on the group now. Any of this image style, you can use it. So let's say, for example, for the purpose of this video, we are going to be using hyper, we are going to be using, all right, let me use line art illustration. Yeah, let's use that line art illustration. So you change this particular vibrant color. So if you want it in vibrant color, you tell it to ChatGPT. If you want it in vague color, in any color you want it, just let ChatGPT know that, okay, this is the particular color I actually want it. So the next thing is going to be soft cinematic lighting, traditional. You remove this one, except if you are talking about traditional, especially this can also be applied to story, either storytelling, crime scene, motivational, or anything. You can apply that. Then hyper detailed environment, um, expressive character. So if you are now using hyper human realistic images, you can use hyper detailed environments because of the background. But since I'm using a line art illustration, because I feel like nobody has actually started using that particular, but a lot of people are only using what's it called? A lot of people have not started using this particular illustration on what's it called, on YouTube. but only few that are using it are getting a lot of view to talk about crime scene. You understand? Either crime scene, storytelling, or anything. It can be anything. You understand? So the next thing you want to do is you want to change this to 25 images. 25 images, then prompts, blah, blah, blah. Then so you've changed this particular prompt to suit whatever you want to create. You understand? You have created it. So if you want this particular, so this is now going to be our character. You understand? So you can ask Google that what does a line act illustration look like? Or you can now do in human. So this is how it looks like. It's a line chart. Same also, you can now start applying, ask what or does all of these things looks like. So then you look for related channel that is creating stuff like that. And then you start creating your own content. If you see something like that, so just like what I said in some of our previous classes, if you see something like that in anybody's channel and they are getting a lot of view, replicate it. It is a very good content now. That is why they are doing it. So either hyper realistic, it can be anything. If you want to use normal human being image, you can use it. If you want to use hyper realistic art, you can use it. If you want to use digital art, you can use it. If you want to use, see, there are a lot of them here. If you want to use stop motion style, anime style, manga ink style, comic book style, graphic novel style, a lot of them. And the reason why you need to change from an advice, very good advice for that matter. The reason why you need to change from what is it called? The reason why you need to change from hyper realistic human being to some of this artwork is because nobody is really doing them. It's not saturated, but human realistic images are saturated. Any story you want to tell now, they are using human realistic to generate them. And this doesn't mean you cannot generate line art video. You can with your prompting. You are going to see everything in in production. So you paste your section 1 under this. So you paste your section 1 here, and then you send. Then it's going to start generating for section 1. You see that? It's going to start generating for section 1. Look at the settings. It's also going to start generating for section 2. So let's see this particular image. Let's see how it looks like. So don't forget, you can come to Whisk or you come to Meta AI. So let's see what it looks like. Though this is what we are going to be doing tomorrow. In our next class, rather. So let's see what this actually looks like. So you come here, you paste that. Don't forget to change this resolution. Then I want to do a comparison in between the two. Then you send this out to see. Let's see what is definitely going to generate for us. Then next one also. All right. So while we are waiting for that, let's continue. So you see that's generated all of the 25 images. So the next one is going to be, the next thing you want to do is copy the same prompt that you edited here, copy it down. Then you go to section 2, section 3, section 4, section 5. If you have section 10, do it like that. You understand? So that is for that, for storytelling, crime scene, and anything that needs to do with storytelling. You see this. Let's see what meta AI will also give us. Okay, this guy is the generator. You see how colorful this it looks like. So if you want, you can decide to use this particular guy here or this particular image. Though I'm going to finish downloading all of these things tomorrow. And why am I referring to tomorrow? I have a class tomorrow too. So I'm going to download all of these things before next class and combine all of the videos. So I'm going to show you how to do everything in post and in production, and then you understand everything better. How you can convert your image video to from image to video, and then also how you can add audio. So the next thing we want to talk about is, so don't forget this also for section 2. You copy this for section 2, and you do like that for all other sections. You can also come down to copy section 3. Section 3. You paste that here. Don't forget, you should also go back to copy this prompt because we've edited that already. Then, so I'm doing this ahead of time though. I'm doing this ahead of next class. So you also go back to copy section 4. You also go back to copy section 4, which is the last part for this guy right here. All right. So this is for section 3. Then you paste your section 4 here. Then you also come here. There are also tools that can actually help you generate all of these things on a click, but those tools are expensive. I'm definitely going to talk about them towards the ending of the class for anybody that is going to be interested. So you enter that, and so all of our image prompts are ready. Everything is done ready. So this is for section 3. This is for section 2. This is for section 1. So this is how you generate everything for storytelling. Anything that deals with storytelling, anything that need to do with storytelling. So you can now input your own prompts. Now can be in 3 forms, either as a news reporter or as a storyteller or as the third one. I've forgotten the third one, but you just like the first thing I mentioned, the first 3 I mentioned, that you can actually write your script as earlier on. So this is how you do for storytelling. So the next one we want to do for motivation. And for that, I'm going to be using this guy here. Let me see if I can add this to group. No, don't let me do that because I'm still going to share this guy here. All right. So how do you do for motivation? Say, for example, you want to start motivating people. You want to start giving good advice to people. So if you want to copy a channel, if you want to start creating your content niche, the first thing you want to do is just look for a channel you want to copy. And for that, I will be recommending what's the name of this guy? Um, uh, I don't forget this guy name. Okay, Godzilla. Yeah. So if you want to go into motivation and you want to start creating content for motivational whatever, you can copy this guy here. He has a very good content. You can copy a script and expand the script. You understand? So you can choose to copy this particular guy, even down to his thumbnail. Of course, I'm going to also be talking about thumbnail in production. So you can copy this guy for, so let's say we want to copy this guy. All you have to do is just, don't forget you have done something. You have recorded yourself. Um, you have recorded yourself. You have now given it to ChatGPT to access your content. You have recorded yourself. You have given it to ChatGPT to access your script. You have now saved it as a style of motivation. So that is the first step into it before you start creating your script. So the next thing you want to do is just scroll down and then you come here to show scripts. Then you copy this guy here. You copy this particular actual channel. That is if you want to, and if you have a channel in mind, you can just go ahead. So once you copy that, you want to come here to this my own point. All right. So before I show you the one I want to show you, there are two ways also for motivation. So the first way is going to be this first one I want to show you before I show you the next one. So let me show you this first one before I show you this other one. So this simply means you want to generate your own script yourself. You understand? You want to generate from scripting to your image to anything. So you want to generate it yourself. Um, this guy is very long, man. And if you notice something, I've been using the same scripts, the same timeline, or the same chart history over and over and over and over. If you notice, I've been using it over and over and over and over and over. Yeah, now. All right. So this is where the whole script started from generating a channel name, by the ways, then moving it to um, all of these shenanigans, then moving it to. So once you are ready to generate your script for your motivational niche. So let's say your motivational niche is around would you like me to tag share is okay, this is slogan, this is the channel. So absolutely share is where is the script here? Then all right, so you start copying. Let me copy from this guy right here. Then ChatGPT. Then where is the welcome to then here is a strong slogan. Just give me a minute. I want to try to copy out something here. Absolutely, here is it. There's supposed to be something here that is Oh no. There's something I'm looking for. There is supposed to be a prompt around here. And I've even forgotten the prompt. Um, okay, I think I'm going to skip that. I'm going to skip that. Yeah, let me skip that. I'll come back to it later when I find maybe in our next class. So let's say, for example, you want to go for motivational niche. And for motivational niche, you've copied the script you want to use. You understand? You've come here to copy the script you want to use. And you paste that here. Then the next thing you want to do is, I'm supposed to see this pronto because it's very, very important. Very, very, very important. But let's continue. I'm going to come back to it later. So you can use this particular prompt, the one I used the other time, but I will try to see how I can find that particular script back. Nope, 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 nope. All right. This is one of the prompts. This is one of the prompts, but this is not the actual prompt I'm looking for. So if you want your video to be very, very long, then you say reframe this um, more motivational words. Let it maintain its structure, make it more simpler. Do not remove any important phrases from it. Make it packed with whatever. Then interesting conflict, addictive, evocative, synergy, access to the subconscious. Then I want you to rewrite it in 3 sections. So let's say we want to, let's leave it in 3 sections. So divide the table of content, blah, blah, blah. Then do you understand? And then don't forget to now add this one. Don't forget to write this in the David K motivational style. You understand? Then style. Then you just click on, then you paste the prompt and then you just click on send. This is one way. This is one particular script this is one particular prompt rather that you can actually use to generate your motivation or whatever. The other way around, I'm still going to look for that particular script and get it across. All right. So this is it. This is everything. This is everything. But I did not write this in first. I want you to write this section is each section should carry blah blah blah. Then do you understand now? Listen, blah 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 blah. Yeah, so this is the script here. This is everything here. You can now write section 1. Section 1, you wake up before your alarm, not because you are ready, not because you are excited, but because your mind is already awakened, your eyes open, and the range begins. So on and on like that. You see, it's very long. It now writes the contents or the script in a very long form. Then you also type section 2, section 2, section 3, section. So most of the time, it is always advisable to just limit your section to section 1 and 2. You understand? Because too much of motivation is usually boring. Too much of motivation is usually boring. So you can limit it to section 1 or section 2. And if you are shy to talk to camera or to record your own voice, you can look for somebody that sounds more like you, maybe your mentor. See, for example, Andrew Tate. You understand? You can just give ChatGPT the script to talk like, you understand? So this is for section 1 and then section 2. Then once you are done, next thing you want to do is you also want to generate image prompts for this guy here. So how do you generate the image prompts? You also come back to copy this same prompt. This guy here. Then you just paste that here. So give me all image prompts so I can generate enough image to illustrate the entire video. Do not limit yourself, explore more. So you can increase this to 25 or based on your preference. Then you now go back to copy section 1. Go and copy section 1. And then the same thing. The same for section 2. The same for section 2, which is this. And you enter. So the reason why you want to create section 1, section 2, section 3 is because one, section 1 alone is just 7 minutes. When you talk about section 1, that is just 7 minutes. And for a very good video, especially now that your channel is not monetized and then you are still looking for watch hour, you are expected to post at least 30 minutes, 25 minutes. So if you post 25 minutes and your audience watch, generally, everybody complains about this also. If you have 1,000 watch and 1,000 view on a particular video, about 25 to 35% of people will watch till the end. We watch 20 minutes rather. About 25 to 35% of people will watch 20 minutes, especially if that is a 1-hour video. So they will watch 20 minutes of your video. So the same, Abby, what am I saying? Yeah, the same for short form. So if you are posting, no, for 1 hour, they are only going to watch 25 to 30% of the video. Then if you are posting or if you are creating a long form video of, let's say, 20 minutes or 25 minutes, so expect that the audience are going to watch 20%, 25% to 30%, 25% to 30%. And reason for that is because those that have actually been complaining, though my own is not like that, those that have actually been complaining is because there is no good retention. Their story did not cover this particular script model. This particular script model or model, their story did not cover it. So if you want to add problem, maybe your own motivational niche, you want to add these 3 things here. So always try as much as possible to add them to your scripts. Always try as much as possible to add them to the beginning of your script, irrespective of anything you want to generate or create. You understand? So in that way, you can be able to generate a very, very good script. And then, so once you are done with that, the next thing you want to do is just start generating your image. So you generate to video. And that is what this guy actually did here. Then just do the remaining one in post-production. But this guy is actually using other people's clip. But I'm not going to advise that you use other people's clips because copyright strike on your channel. But you can easily use any of these two to generate your video. So we are going to talk more about that in post-production. So, and then the last one is okay, I think I've talked about it. So for movie recaps, if you are doing movie recaps, this is how you do it. If you are doing movie recap, copy. There is a website I'm going to send to the group now. I don't have access to January class. Let me see if I have access to January class. Let me see if I have access to January class. All right. Is it in January class or in general? But I will send a link to the group chat. So there is a link I'm going to be sending to the group if you want to do movie recap. So you are only permitted, let's say for a 1 hour video, just re-edit it to 15 minutes to 20 minutes. So what you are going to be doing is you are going to be taking 2 seconds to 3 seconds clips from each scene and talk story about it. You understand? I don't do movie recaps, but I know it. So you take 2 seconds from each scenes. You clip 2 seconds from each scenes. 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. So those 2 seconds that you are clipping from each scenes, you narrate a story of what happened on that particular scene. I don't want to teach about it because if I teach about it, it's going to impress a lot of people. I'm going to send a clip. I'm going to send a link to a class that can actually teach you that particular thing. It's complicated, very, very complicated. And me, I'm not after you getting demonetized, even after you got monetized, because there's money in it. Yes, there is money in it, but you can get demonetized at any time. That is one fact that people that are doing it do not tell you. Yeah. So let's continue. So this is so we have generated for section 1, and then we have also generated, this one is N70. That's crazy. This one is also saying 50. That's crazy. So the only thing we only need is just 30 for at least for a very long video, for 30 minutes video. You can be using 30 to 50 clips, 30 to 50 clips, yeah. You can be using 30 to 50 clips unless you want to edit to impress. Yeah, I'm also going to talk about that in our next video. So this is what I'm trying to refer to here. I pray I still upload. I pray this is still up. So I'll look for this other script and I'll talk about it. So this is how you generate your script for any content you want to create. So say for example, you want to do say for example, you want to copy or you want to do Mr. Beast type of story. Don't forget something I said the other time, that you can either copy or rewrite your script as a story writer, a news reporter, or a reporter. It may not be news, a reporter. And I said something the other time, I've forgotten. When I said it the other time, it was, should I say Holy Spirit? Yeah, it was Holy Spirit that actually brought it. I've forgotten. And you guys did not remind me. So that is how you generate all of this. And once you are done with your script, the next thing you want to do is you want to generate your images one after the other. You come to Whisk or Meta AI to generate your images. So if you now want to use, video, if you want to use video, you want to generate your video directly, you can use Meta AI to generate your what's it called, from image to video. So you can easily animate just like this now. You can just click on animate and it's going to start animating for you, just like what it did here. So this is a loop image. This is a loop video. This is a loop video for a music. This is a loop. This is a loop for a music video. Same also this. So that is going to be the last thing I'm going to be teaching you guys. Then same also for this. You understand? So you can easily generate or convert your with Meta AI, with Meta AI, you can easily convert your what's it called, your image to video faster and just download and start creating your video. You understand? But for Whisk, this is only for images. You only download or generate your images and say, for example, so I'm going to download all of those images and get them ready for our next class. You understand? I'll do the both image and video. I'm going to download the two together. So I don't want to mix up the class. So this is for motivation, I guess. Where's the game? Yeah, a young woman sitting up in the bed, blah, blah. And if you look at, I think this is section 2 or section 1. Okay, this is section 2. And that is for, this particular prompt is for section 1. So if you read through section 1, it says, let me go to section 1. If you look at that, say you wake up before your alarm, not because you are ready, not because you are excited, not because your mind is ready, your mind is already awake. And see the image representation here. Do you see that? So easily you can convert this guy here to video when you use this particular website. When you use this particular guy here. You understand? So this particular image alone can serve for this line alone. Open your eye open and race begin. It can also cover for this. You have not even moved from your bed. You are yet one. So you can also move for this. But I'm not going to be teaching you a boring lifestyle, boring creation. No. Now, you see this? So it has generated about 4 images for us. So automatically you can convert this to different angle, You understand? Different angle. Though there are different faces, so we don't mind about that. Different angle. We are not referring to one person here. It's a motivational content. So we are not referring to anybody. So that is how you generate everything one by one, step by step. And by next class, you are going to start. Then also, let's talk about this. So AI voiceover tool and human sounding narration tips, then turn one viral video into new script and with a new angle and title. So before we move on, or before we end this class, the next thing we want to do is we want to generate our audio. We want to generate audio for the first one is going to be for this motivational content. So let's say this is where this and this is only the beginning. So you come here, the websites we are going to be using is one of it is going to be 11 Labs, which is a paid application. And then the other one is going to be, which is this one. And then the other one is going to be, what is the name of this guy again? Oh, um, what's wrong with me this evening? The other one is going to be, give me a minute. Just give me a minute. All right, sorry for that. I just checked through my notes now. So the second one is going to be, so the second one is going to be Claim Champ. So for 11 Labs, 11 Lab is a paid application. No this and no peace. So how do you navigate through? First, you have to sign up. If you have an account, if you don't have an account, if you have an account, you log in. If you don't have an account, you sign up. That is the first one. Um, Give me a minute. Let me bring the book here. So you see the importance of having to write things down. This is something I use every day. I don't forget. So this is how you use it. You come to text to speech. And if you want to subscribe to this guy right here, this is where you can subscribe. Just click on upgrade. So just click on upgrade. And you're going to see the subscription for monthly, starter, and then for pros. So anyone you want to do, just subscribe and start using your thing. But if you don't have, and also once you subscribe, so let's say you have the money to subscribe. So once you subscribe, you come to text to speech, and then you paste your script here. And then the next thing is you will now generate your voice. You look for a voice. You explore all of these voices.
In the world of robots, imagination filled.
Okay, so this might sound silly, but I just got this weird sparkly feeling in my chest, and I think I'm actually falling in love.
Okay. This is good to me. I think I like it. But for you to be able to use this, you need to pay. You see, it says upgrade plan or manage voice. Basically, you need to upgrade your plan to be able to use that. So you come to that and then, oh yeah, now. and then you just paste your script here, and you click on generate speech, and it's going to do, so you generate, you select the voice you want to use, and
wake up before your alarm, not because you are ready, not because you are excited, but because your mind is already.
So that is that for 11 app. So if you have the money, you can, why not? You'll be Odogo now. But for even me, where they make money, I know they subscribe for anything that has to do with coin. I don't subscribe for it. The only thing I subscribe for is ChatGPT, Canva, and CapCut, because I use some pro level on CapCut. That is the only thing. So you can now use ClaimChamp. So you log in with your Outlook account. You register or sign up with an Outlook account. Then that is what you are going to use to log in into ClaimChamp. So let me log into that real quick. ClaimChamp, to generate your audio, the first thing you want to do is just come to your script. Make sure you have read through these scripts before you copy them. Make sure you read through them. But for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to read through. So read through section 1, come back to your ClaimChamp, click on this create new video. It's also say start from scratch. So you click on that, and let's wait for it to load up. So it's going to show you this interface. So the next thing you want to do is come to record and create. Then you scroll down to see text to speech. You click on that, and before you move on, you can decide to explore this whole interface to see what each of these buttons, what they work for. It can also help you enhance on your creation, and also help you to learn more about the whole application or the whole website. Then the next on that is you come to text to speech. Then the first is you paste your script here inside this box. Then you can now come down or come up here to select the language you want to use and also the voice. So let's say, for example, you want to use any voice here. So let's say I want to use this voice. You can listen to it here to see how it sounds.
Choose from a variety of voices to help you create a story.
So if this is a very good sound that you like, then just go on with it. Then you can now adjust the pacing. The pacing is just like how the person is going to be talking. Maybe you want it extra low, it's going to sound like this.
Choose from a variety of voices to
You see that? And if you also want it as low, sound like this.
choose from a variety of voices to help you create a story worth.
You also see that? So let's say you also want it as extreme high.
Choose from a variety of voices to help.
So you see that? So any preference you like based on your perspective. And if you can set this thing very well with your pacing, and so most of the time I always advise you use low, and then one step away from here, from this 1x, then you can use any voice here. Then you will have something like this.
Choose from a variety of voices to help you create a story worth sharing.
So you see that is how it's going to sound. So once you are done with that, all you have to do is just click on save. So once you click on save, it's going to start recording here. So you see it has generated, okay, it's still generating. So it's going to generate an audio for us on this timeline. Then while this is generating, you can now come here to copy your second script, which is this. Then make sure you also read through the scripts very well before you generate your audio. Very, very important. You read through it so that your audio is not going to be sounding like what if, so take for example, what if trust was, then section 3 will take you, so you understand it will not really make sense. So make sure you read your script very, very well before you move to your audio creation. So while we are still waiting for this, you can right click and duplicate this and also start generating the same or another audio for section 2. So that doesn't mean these are stopped. It's still loading, it's still processing. So once it has processed finish, it's going to give you the final result. It's slow because my network is kind of a bit slow. So you come back to the last section also. Okay, I think that is section 2. Okay, it's also requesting for section 3. So if we do section 1, section 2, section 3, so you also make sure to generate section 1, section 2, section 3. So this is still generating. Let's wait for it to be finished, to finish generating. I think the network is kind of slow. Yeah, let me just do it one after the other. So you just wait for them to generate. So it seems this is taking a whole lot of time. So if you follow that duly, once you are done with that, just come to this export and then you off this in cloud. Then you save you save any export option, then you click on export and it's going to start. You see, all right, so it has even generated already. So you just click this and drag it here. So at the end of it, we have 12 minutes. 12 minutes. So if you combine the last what is it called, if you combine the section 3, which will have around 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, this is 6 minutes, and then this other one I guess is also 6 minutes. All right, I think it's below 6 minutes. It's around 6 minutes. Yeah, it's around 6 minutes. So if you have 6 minutes, 6 minutes for section 1, 6 minutes for section 2, 6 minutes for section 3, so that should be around 18 minutes to 20 minutes thereabouts, if I'm not mistaken. It's my calculation. So next thing is just click on export and it's going to start exporting. Then that is all. Then do your assignment for the next class, and yeah, which is this assignment here. So do this assignment. So the assignment is write full script. It's going to help you. So if you have not been doing assignments all this while, it's going to affect you when you start creating content for your channel, because you have not been practicalizing everything I've been teaching so far. Do we all understand? Or is there any question? 7 participants. So do we have any question? Anybody with question?
Not from my end.
All right. How about for Adewale? Adewale, do you have any question? Folani, do you have any question? iPhone Prime, do you have any question? Mastermind, do you have any question? Samuel and Steve, do you guys have any question at all? Well, silence means no. Eh?
I didn't understand the assignment. What is it expected from us?
You are expected to do your assignment. See, let me put it up like this. If you are waiting for me to give you timeline to submit assignment, it's going to affect your channel. It's going to affect your channel. So let's say, for example, I gave you first assignment, you did not submit it. Second assignment, you did not submit it. Third assignment, you may not even submit. This third assignment, I don't want you to submit. Or yeah, I don't want you to submit. I just want you to study this whole thing yourself. So third assignment, you did not submit. When I say By now, I want to believe you have started watching content on your YouTube, the YouTube channel you created. If you have not, start from this night. Start watching other people's content on your channel. So when after you warm up your
Jack,
channel,
sorry to interrupt. Just I have a question. So,
all right, go on.
um, I had the plan of working on professional niche, but I also had the plan on working on football, like sports niche too. I don't know, maybe you
Is that all? Is that all?
can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
So, I went through some sports.
I know they hear you again, oh, if they hear me. So let's discuss this in class. Let's discuss this in class. I'm not comfortable sitting here.
I don't know how to say, so I just decided to just ask the question. So I will know how to go about it. Like I just want to have the idea, so I can also work on it.
Yeah, you are definitely going to have the idea. Just just vibe along. I'm still going to talk about all other niche apart from these two that I talked about now. I'm still going to talk about other niche. And if you are smart enough, you can use what I taught now or teach now for all other niche. Yeah, you can use them. Even for sports, you can use them. Your sports now can now be a narrator. You can now become a narrator for sports niche. And if you are looking for clips, I will not advise that you copy other people.
I, I'm so sorry, but I didn't hear you saying still. No, no, no. Like I don't know if it's my network or your network. So I didn't hear you. I'm so
Um,
sorry. I'm
let's do it
just
like this.
letting
Let's do it like this. Ask the question on the group chat so that I will be able to send voice notes.
you. Okay, sir. That would be.
All right, then.
Hello, sorry.
Yeah.
Hello, please, will you send what's it called? All those prompts to the group.
Yes, yes. I will send it alongside with the video.
Okay, okay, no problem. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, please, I have a question.
One sir.
And thank you for today's class, right? Like I really learned a lot.
You're welcome.
So I want to ask because before now, like I actually have a YouTube channel that I just used to just journal what I do personally,
All
right?
right.
But then I want to open another YouTube channel for what I now want to be doing now.
All right.
So can I use my phone for it? Since the first YouTube channel is actually just a private channel, why the other one, like I want to use that one to actually really work. So can I use the same phone to actually open another channel and then work with it?
Yes, provided the first one is not, provided the first channel is not, you are not going to be posting content on the first and the second channel with the same device. And reason
Oh,
for that is
okay.
because for you to be able to avoid the circumvention policy that I talked about in our last class. You understand? So if one account gets hit, maybe because of policy, especially for people that are into um um what is it called? Um Football niche, people that are also into this other niche, what is it called? Movie recap, because you are not creating something new. You are using existing content to create another content. So you don't have full copyright on those clips that you are using. But there is a way you can go around it. I'll just talk about it. But I've not done anything about movie recap. And people that promise or say that they do movie recap online, how they do it is they always buy license to what is it called? They always buy license to any video they want to use. And definitely I'm going to be teaching you all of these things. That's going to be after. I'm done with what.
Please, I have a question really quick.
All right.
Yeah. Please, concerning the device you mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to understand it better.
Yeah.
Is it that I can run 2 or 3 channel on a same PC? It has to be different device.
You can, but you have to make sure that none of the accounts has issue. You have to make sure
Okay.
that none of the accounts later on has issue. Reason for that is because if you have 10 channels on the same PC, just like I said in our last class, YouTube studies your channel behavior through your IP address, your name, and then how you switch channel from channel on
Mhm.
your channel. So let's say, for
Okay.
example, you have 5 channels and you are switching from one channel to another, and you are using the same IP address to
To another.
post video. So if one gets copyright strike, maybe you are monetized and it got copyright strike and you got demonetized, all other 5 accounts will get demonetized without remaining one. It don't happen to me before.
Okay.
It's more recent.
I get it.
But I'm
Now, my
monetized.
second question.
Yeah.
What if I set my account as a US account and I got monetized? How would I be getting my payment that it won't affect my, I don't know how they pay, and I'm using Nigerian accounts information, bank account rather.
Yeah.
So I hope it won't affect when they want to pay me.
So this is what I'm going to be talking about here. Monetization before AdSense.
Okay.
So how to set if you what is it called? But since you asked, let me just answer. If you have registered, and been approved by AdSense and you have gotten your AdSense PIN and you have input your details, maybe you send your AdSense to US countries, you send your AdSense to US because you use the address as your registration address. So if you are going to be getting payment, you are expected to put in your dollar account, in the state you domicile. Or in the country you domicile, you stay in. So if you are in Nigeria and you are giving US address because you want it to give you RPM for America, they will pay you, but you need a US bank to receive that type of payment. So it's not going to be Nigerian bank again. So you can also open a domiciliary account. So if you now want to collect the money in Nigeria here, you can either use your Naira account or you use your domiciliary account. Wema Bank.
Okay.
That is what I use. That is the one I use. So
Okay.
Wema Bank domiciliary account, or you receive money on your Naira account. So YouTube or AdSense will pay you in Naira or in dollar or in any currency of your choice.
Okay. Understand. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Any other question?
I have one more question. So,
all right.
I have one more question.
Go on.
Like your classes, you're always saying you don't want copyright with your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So what if we are trying to copy like a particular channel, like particular video, and we by mistake enter the video? Do you get what I'm saying? Like we by mistake enter the video. Hope it won't affect us, like hope it won't affect our channels. Like that's just the question.
Enter video in what sense?
you don't really like whenever you want to like work on a video,
Yeah.
like work on.
I know they hear you again now.
I don't understand what I'm saying.
I'm not hearing you at all.
What I'm trying to say is that whenever you are like, we're always talking about copyright issue that it will
Yeah.
always affect our channel.
Yeah.
What if we like when we are trying to edit the whole video and we by mistake click on the video, like we click on the video and the video is playing, like I don't know how to put the question. Maybe I'll hack the question personally when I'm able to like.
Just ask it on the group chat. I did not understand.
Okay, I will.
So if you have an example, just send it on the group chat. So if you are talking about copying other people's channel, you need to understand that everything on YouTube is rinse and repeat, which is one of the things I'm keeping to the last. It's called everything you see on YouTube is rinse and repeat. Anybody video that comes to your FYP on YouTube, copy that topic, go and search it on vidIQ with your PC. You see that somebody has talked about that thing before, or even 20 people have talked about that thing before. You understand? So that is why I said if you want to copy anybody on YouTube, maybe you want to copy their scripts, first of all, create, tell, or what is it called? Build your ChatGPT to start thinking and behaving like you. You understand? So when ChatGPT understand your mood, your sentence structure, understand your vibe, understand your words articulations and all those English, ChatGPT is now going to convert those scripts to talk like you. And if you also go and check anybody's channel, anybody's content on YouTube, you see that you can see why YouTube banned me or YouTube deleted my account. The same thing, or here is 10 reasons why YouTube is going to delete your account. For example, type it on YouTube. You will see about 10 to 5 people talking about the same thing, but in different form. They are talking about because if you do copyright, because if you do this, if you listen to the points one by one, it's still the same thing. It is still the same thing. They are saying the same thing, but they are now saying it in their own language in such a way to find their own audience. You understand? So same also, that is why I started with, you have to train ChatGPT to think or to understand your own word articulation, how you articulate your own word, how you say some things, how you think, how you talk. So if ChatGPT understand that, any script you are copying or any channel you are copying, definitely you are definitely going to be copying someone's channel. You cannot just say, just like I said the other time, you cannot just say you want to copy a channel or you want to start creating content on YouTube and you just want to start like that because now you be omnipotent and omni whatever for content creation. Nobody will listen to you. So if you copy other people's content, you copy their what is it called? You copy their what is it? I think I'm going to send a book maybe after this class. You copy their what is this thing called? You copy their script, you copy their thumbnail, you copy their title. There is a way I'm going to teach you how to copy all of these things and copy in a professional way that YouTube will even accredit your own content more than theirs. So it's still a process. We are still going to get there. So if you copy all of those things, you have full ownership right on those content because it is your creativity, it is your language. You understand? So you are not copying because this is how this person sounds, and you are not copying because it's ChatGPT that gave you the response. Good, fine. It is ChatGPT that actually gave you the response. But is that how ChatGPT will sound on a normal ground? No. You have trained your ChatGPT to sound more like you in diverse way, and they are definitely going to give you the appropriate answer. You understand that? So that is it. If you are copying any channel, that is why I don't want to talk about movie recaps or football niche. But I can teach you a football niche that nobody is really talking about, which is the storytelling of some player. I have the video on my YouTube. You can check it out also. Storytelling of some players. Talk about C. Ronaldo. Talk about his early story. Talk about his achievement. Talk about some of the injuries that he had already. Some of all of these things. You combine everything together as a content. You understand? You can use his image not where he's playing football on the field because somebody owns the copyright to that. You understand? So we are still going to talk more on that thing when we get to that ladder. But I don't want to rush things for you guys. And if you want me to rush it, as I did rush things, but I just want you guys to understand this thing step by step. And this is more like a process of mentorship for me also. Do you understand that?
Thank you very much. Yeah, I do. Thank you very much.
All right. So do we have any other question? Any other question? Any question? So if you have any question, please, the group chat is to ask question. Anything that is bothering you, anything. Oh, I saw something online, provided you are not promoting other people's link on my community. Anything you see online, oh, I saw this thing, type it out. Don't paste the link on my group chat. Don't paste the link on my group chat. You can type out your question. Oh, I saw this thing online and this thing. So if I now need to see that thing, then I will request for the link in my DM. You understand? So in absence of any question, that will be all for this night. We are going to say again, please do your assignment. Once the video is up, please do your assignment. Our next class is going to be, when is our next class again? Okay, our next class is going to be Tuesday. You guys just stay silent. Okay. So you have about tomorrow, next tomorrow, and Tuesday afternoon to finish your assignment. So generate your images using Meta AI or Whisk, and that will be all for this class. Good night, everyone.